All right, today is Saturday the 11th, so it's Veterans Day. I want to thank all the veterans out there. My dad who has served, and then Eli who is still serving now. He's not a veteran yet, he's still in, but everybody out there, thank your local veterans, please. Of course, this will be out after Veterans Day. It doesn't matter, you can thank them anytime. So I am getting ready to put on our new brush cutter. It's a Blue Diamond. It's 3 blades, and it's got heavier duty blades than what we've got here. Also a notched deck, which we'll see how all this whole thing works. I had to go get some new fittings to get the hose attachments onto the 200C Deere machine. So I think I'm ready to take the bucket off. I got the track hose low on engine oil, hydraulic oil, and fuel. Got everything top back off. So we should be good to go and hope everything works. Okay, we're operational. Got everything right. It does run, so I'm gonna try to get some video over here operating. Hopefully I don't fling anything back at me. I'm gonna put the camera on the outside here. We do have supposed to be bulletproof glass now. I don't know how big of a bullet that's gonna stop. As long as it stops chunks from flying back at me, which just gotta watch. As long as I pay attention to the way I've got that thing pitched, we'll be okay.
I've been ball gaming today, and Dad's been, well, he's in a predicament. We're gonna get him out though. Just another day for Dad. yeah, we'll make it. Well, it's easy to flip over. At least getting the cab a little easier that way. He about backed out himself. Man, it looked worse than what it was. Monday, another tile project doing for a landlord. Just running 1/6 inch from the ditch, 2 rises on it, gets a wash, gets a wet hole. Anymore. We're gonna have to cut it. Now we had to unhook the boot, so he's backing her back up, hook her back up. And away he goes. I should probably mention, since we had that oil line on here, that there used to be a bunch of oil around these parts about 100 years ago, and now there's not. Now there's just a little bit here and there. Not on us, but there's some around, but nothing like there was. On to another project. Got a wet hole over here in Indiana. Had 1/6 inch running through it that another farmer put in before we started farming it. We're gonna put a riser pipe. Get that surface water off. So showed you this, but we dug down, found it's 6 inch, cut a little spot in it. Gonna stick this in and make the riser up so the surface water can get down to the tile faster. All right, bottom piece in, put some Visqueen on this. Now we gotta figure out how long to make this. We don't want completely below the ground, but we want to be able to be low enough for water to flow, that's for sure. Cutting this thing in half, might get pretty close. All right, got the top on, that's that. Hopefully that'll surface water come right here into the tile, out to the ditch that much faster. But 2 of them this big hole just seems to get bigger. Wonder if the tile might be plugged, but it's in good shape. Heading back over to Indiana. Need to grab a little piece of 6-inch tile to splice in to get in one of the risers that I threw out of the truck before we came over. For some reason, I didn't think we need it, but we did. So I'm over there. I wanted to highlight something that I listen to every morning, because I get asked a lot what podcasts I listen to. And one I listen to every morning is grain markets and other stuff. I like this one because it gives you a brief update first thing in the morning. I think they put out like 5 in the morning or something like that, and it's only like, what's this one? This one's 12 minutes long. They're never longer than 20. Sometimes they're only 8 minutes. Something that's gives you a lot of information in a short time and you have time to listen to. So just wanted to highlight that. Good if you're looking for something good in the morning to catch up on the markets, grain markets and other stuff. So good one to check out. All right, both risers are in this wet hole. That helped that a lot. Backhoe's loaded off, or backhoe's loaded up, and on to the next job. Broke down. Roller that holds the belt that gets rid of the dirt.
Broken too.
Broken too.
Supposed to be like this.
That looks better.
Yeah.
And went for a repair job. We had one at the farm. Going back. You. Yep, you knew it. Going back together. I found it though. I found it.
Yeah.
Rockets are running. Gonna put one side shield on. We're good to go. Just about ready to get back going. I'm doing some backfilling. Just wanted to show you how much the soil changes in like no time in here. You hear where it changes over. Yeah. Sandy, sandy, sandy. Light looking stuff then. 1, 2, 3, 30 feet or less. Black sand. Totally different. Way better, but that stuff. We've done a couple, well, this second job we done in here, it's still really wet down there. That black sand just never dries up. It's dry as it is right now. And we got Thailand dog, the neighbor's dog here. To complete this project today, forgot my GoPro, so I'm on the iPhone again. The neighbor's dog's back out to help. Our official Thailand dog here. Guess we'll call it Tile. Can your name be Tile? Springfield? Springfield better? Okay, Springfield it is.
Well, even in the middle of a drought, it is wet in places. Like the bottom of this small ditch that runs between a couple of our fields. And you just kept mowing the bottom of that. Actually, I didn't start in the bottom of it. There's where the bank gave way and slid in. Just got a little too close, I guess. One tire was up on solid ground, I thought. Wasn't solid enough. So, Garrett's on his way over with the quad. Hopefully we'll get all of it. It's not good when you just get part of it.
Last line going in. This job, or this project is done. There's only one more little one we got to look about doing. Not sure what we're going to do on it yet. This is one of these little jobs that need done for a while. We ran one 8-inch main, then 4 4-inch laterals off of it to hopefully fix this little wet hole.
There are times you get stuck and need a little more than just pulled out. In this case, we rolled a tire off the rim. But our good friends over at Vincennes Knox County Tire showed up pretty quick to take care of that. So they'll have it going here just a few more minutes.
One thing I like about sand is it sure fills in easy, especially compared to that black dirt we're in. On one hand, this thing while holding a GoPro. About throw your back out trying to do that black dirt we're in last week. Dad's up there with the disc piling up the line, finishing that job. And I'm taking a big old culvert up to Robson for oh, we got a ditch going through mill field. We have to drive around. We're not going to drive around no more. It's 30 foot long. I'm not sure how big around it is. 4 foot maybe? Pretty big. Camera fell.
Got it off.
Tile up there's been bubbling out. We recently bought this ground, so we can get that fixed. Another day, another project. This time we're up in Crawford County. This is a piece that we farmed since 2012 and recently bought it last year, I think, sometime. Anyways, we had a spot here we had to go around. It was always wet, obviously. We thought it was an old tile bubbling up, and looks like that's what it is. Out here, found it with the backhoe. Got some old 4-inch clay here. This is what they use for plastic. I just want to give some props to the generations that came before us, because they put this stuff in by hand. Those guys were men. I admire them, respect them, and humbled by them. Just how hard they work. Of course, I guess they didn't have any choice. I'm sure if they had the technology and equipment we had today, they would love to have that. But game plan for this, we don't have much for left. We do have some. I'll run up, see what Rural King has. My plan is try and hook the 4-inch here up to it. It's plugged, but evidently some water's coming out because the bubble's out of the ground here. So I'm gonna hook onto it, and I'm just gonna dig 200 feet down there to the ditch with the backhoe and see how that goes.
Well, today's the first day of running the Prairie Ditcher. I forgot my camera, but I got my iPhone, so we'll get some pictures of this. We traded Prairie Ditchers. They traded for a new one for us with the new type paddles in the front. And I'm going down through a place here. There's a big ditch through the field, not a big ditch, but carries a lot of water, a lot of cattails, and doing an excellent job. This is really a dirty mess through here. This was cattails, been mowed down. There's some mud stuff to get fed into that. But the little auger that's feeding it in there, it's a change in the design, is really working good. And I'm going fairly deep right here. I get up here another 100 feet, I'll be out of these cattails. But look how good that's doing in that. I had to pull out once and get some out. There's just too many. And she's throwing her out there. I complained about it with the other one when I used it about 3 years ago, I think. They changed the design and they did a really good job. It's really working. Well, I didn't get much of the ditcher running like I should have, but did a good job. I gotta just kind of learn how to run it. So we'll get more later. Hopefully it won't rain too much and we'll be using it quite a bit now. And both the Crawfords made it home. A lot of acres went over those this year. This fall, they've been doing a whole bunch. Listen, here's the new one, Crawford number 2, with the tank on it. Like it.
Well, that took a while. Just got done back in the truck. I cut the string on that tile and realized I grabbed the wrong roll. I grabbed it non-perforated, it perforated, so there's no slits in it to let the water come in. So I crawled along the whole trench and cut them in with my knife. Hopefully, I don't think I did, but hopefully I didn't do too much where it collapsed or not. So I don't know how confident I am in this job. So stay tuned this spring, see how it worked out. We'll see if that hole's wet or not. I should probably mention that it's supposed to rain tonight, so I can just done tomorrow. I didn't want to leave that trench wide open. Yeah, that wouldn't have been good. Got a little rain last night, not much, 1/10 or 2, depending where you're at. Coming up here where the 5200 Enforcer Salford tool ran. First I'm gonna walk out where we ran one of our halos. Just compare, see how much more it buries the trash, which this isn't really a fair comparison because the Enforcer should do a lot better than the halo. But that's what I have up here to do. I should really be comparing it to the Case Ripper, but they're miles and miles apart where they ran, just the way it worked out when we got the tool and everything. But this is where the halo ran. It's pretty good. We like them. There's a little bit of residue. We're a little bit more aggressive in the fall and chops up the residue and gets a little dirt, smooths it up. And this is where the Enforcer ran. Bears are pretty good. It's really good corn. So there's a lot here. Works her a little deeper. Bears a little bit more. Don't leave it quite as smooth as it don't look like, but not bad. Not bad. To get the backhoe, I decided to dig it uphill just a little bit farther. So, see if it works. See that hole's not as wet. I'm gonna finish my week playing with a new toy. I'll get on the Traco, which is not new, but we got the Blue Diamond brush cutter here. It's more like a lawnmower. We had that drum one. David's been running a lot. You can see where he's been down there and where he hasn't. Definitely faster. Doesn't chop it up quite as good, but it chops it up, and that sounds like a win to me. I'm gonna hop in here and see what I think of it. First thoughts are I like it. I like that the drum you had to go one way. This way you can kind of go along the ground on the mow the little stuff going back and forth. So just have the pickup go one way. It's definitely a lot faster even chopping down something as you go down because you don't have to have it right there. You got a little bigger area. So I think I like it better, but I haven't ran it very long. But we'll do this for a little bit and I'm gonna head out of here, and so that's it for this week. Thanks for watching. See you next Sunday.